From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 38. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. That one on Jake Fisher, second-round pick out of Oregon in 2015. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
57, you got 59 over there.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And this Texans defense stands tall. And here comes the Texans now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's got room. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Mixon, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here you go, 368. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Dalton here from the gun. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation. Big third.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Willis able to get him for a loss of about 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Escapes the sack. And he's going to go down again. Jordan Willis in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
3rd and long. It's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And some room to work. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
So Dalton now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DJ Reader with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dalton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney merciless. Able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Side. 2 by 2. Move.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Ellington. "12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson able to shake him off. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Target. Come back.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Watson to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Mixon. Room here to run. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Here you go, 368. Over here.
The final act of the first half. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And this one is incomplete. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Hey, get ready for something coming left.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
We're good. We're good.
Again, it's Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here you go, 368. Heavy. Over here. You're good.
From the gun, Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Ellington now to return it. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 43. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Watson being chased out left. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he slides to avoid the hit. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Watson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Come back, come back.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A first down throw coming for Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. To throw here, Dalton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Dalton with a first and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 23. After the interception, here's Watson. A deep ball for Ellington. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big-time play there for the Texans. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Come back, come back.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Target. Reset.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Green, the line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 34 yards there and a 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A toss play to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Over here.
Running left is Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Marvin Lewis going to leave the offense out there. 4th down, they're going for it. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And they've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Andy Dalton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
We're good.
Dalton sets up play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 40 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run for it with Anderson. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And Bullock will put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now out comes Houston. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Oh, passing it. Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now Joe Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mixon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bullock will put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Andre Howe. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Watson. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Watson now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll make it third down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.